Day 3, I feel a little bit more positive. I lost my smell and taste, and I was expecting something completely different. When people say you may lose your sense of smell, you may lose your sense of taste, but that's normal. Um, for me, losing my sense of smell was, it felt like it feels like I'm smelling metal. Like if you could smell metal or wet cement, that's what it's like when you lose your sense of smell. It's kind of hard. It's almost like when you do a nasal spray and you have that weird smell from the nasal spray that just hangs out in your nose. Um, that's what it's like. And for the taste, like it just doesn't just taste like anything. Like you're eating and um you're eating and everything is just like you feel your tongue moving. You know that you're eating something, but it's just everything's just bland. Like none of the true flavors of whatever you're eating, none of that happens. So for me, my cousin, she's a nurse, and she was telling me, some of the things to look out for, and she said that if you lose your taste of smell, if you lose your sense of smell and taste, it's okay. Just don't panic. It's just another phase of it that might happen. So that happened on the third day after my positive test. I wish I could make this stuff up, but I can't. Like, if I would have watched a video like the one that I'm making, I probably would have been a little bit more prepared. I probably would have been able to say to myself, "Oh, okay, this is what might happen." I probably wouldn't have been as scared in the very beginning after getting the diagnosis. And I'm hoping that by you watching these videos that it's the same, that you use this information as comfort to either help somebody else, help a family member who may have it, or help you manage your condition if you get it. So, some of the facts when you're going down the list, people say if you have COVID, you have fever. My fever came and went, so I didn't associate it with it. I did not associate it with COVID. I looked up online and there was a document by the CDC that did explain that you can have COVID and your fever can come and go. My fever only went to 101. Most of the times they say that, it's fever of higher than that, but my fever was always a low grade temperature. You do have the body aches and pains, but it's more like the flu type of body aches and pain where everything that touches your skin just hurts. I had some nausea, but not a lot of nausea, and one of the other um, symptoms was nausea and vomiting. Well, I didn't have any vomiting. I did not have diarrhea, and I did not have a lot of nausea. The nausea came from not eating more so than coming from being a side effect or a condition or an effect of the virus. The chills and the cold sweats, that was real. Um, that was very annoying. Um, but I did have that. And then the headache, it's almost like a migraine, but it's a frontal. For me, it was a frontal headache. I'm sorry, my back is hurting so bad right now, it's burning. For me, it was a frontal headache, and it just lived in the front of my my forehead. So I did have the headache. I think I had almost all of the symptoms except for the nausea, vomiting, and the diarrhea. The doctor did say that it was good that I was already taking D3 and B12 and vitamin A, and he thinks that that was a help with my body starting to fight off the infection. Um, and then he just added those extra boosts. Drink fluids if you can. Try to drink a lot of fluids. Try to eat smaller meals. Um, I have chicken and rice soup because I can't have any wheat. I can't have any gluten because of my fibromyalgia. So I have to watch what foods I eat. And so I have chicken and rice soup that I had today. And so eating small meals like that, I have muscle milk, non-dairy shakes. Those have been helpful. Um, Again, the Gatorade was helpful, and the Onshore Clear is also helpful with um, with staying hydrated. I did my grocery order online, which was really helpful. Having that person pick it up for me was extremely helpful. I bought all type of disposable plates, cups, bowls, spoons, and forks so that somebody didn't have to wash dishes that I used. So that's another tip on getting through this and keeping the rest of your family safe. I I was told that if I have to leave the house, I can leave the house, but for the most part, I tried not to leave the house. My daughter is using my car so that she can make runs for me, and so I had to make sure I cleaned out, disinfected my car before passing the keys over to her so that she can do my store runs and everything for me and get her brother to work. I'm just grateful for the prayers that I received, for the phone calls that I received from different people. Um, it kind of made me feel really good, and it helped with the mental war that I had going on. So be be different. Be there for that family, and you feel so you feel like you have the plague or something, and people don't want to be anywhere near you, and that's just that hurts really bad. That hurts. It hurts almost as much as the thought of not knowing who you exposed to the virus. So I'm gonna bring this session to a close, and I hope the information provided was helpful. I hope that you remember the vitamin cocktail, um, vitamin D3, vitamin A, vitamin C, and zinc. And I was already taking for my overall health a multivitamin, vitamin B12, biotin. To help me sleep, I take a melatonin. To help with the body aches, I take a muscle relaxer. And to maintain my fever, I take the Tylenol. And I discontinued the ibuprofen because of the warnings that it could make situations worse.